up, guys? I was going to show you how I got this wiring figured out for right now. It's just temporary until I have time to actually redo how all this looks. I need some wire management, and I'm going to solder all these. There's not going to be any wire nuts when I'm done. But I just kind of wanted to give a small little, I guess, explanation on the wiring and how all this works, how it's all set up. Let me get rid of that. So I have a power running off the battery. That's how I can flip these on when the bike's off. But pretty much, if you don't want to have them function as strobe lights and just want the kind of bright turn signal, all you have to do is you have your main turn signal wiring. This is for any motorcycle, not just the Grom. You have on the Grom, it is a white. No, it's, let me see. It's hard to tell with all these. I think it's like an orange, a blue. Man, I don't even remember all the colors. Okay, I can show you on these aftermarket turn signals that I was using. You have your right and your left. They have a green, a blue, and a green and a orange. Your green is going to be ground. I think your blue's left and your orange is right, or it might be flip-flopped. Just plug in the same colors. As far as the strobe lights go, you're pretty much just replacing this. So you're going to do the same thing, ground, and then I will show you the strobes. Okay, so for the strobe lights, you have a red, a black, white, yellow, and a blue. And on the package here, it says what they all do. So your reds, power 10 to 30 volts DC, which is what the bike's running. Your black is ground, so you're going to hook your black up to where your green turn signal wire goes. You're going to leave your red. You're not going to hook that to anything right now, unless you want to do strobes when the power, or when your key is off. But just for turn signals right now, all you want is hook your black from each of them up to your green, wire your ground, and then hook your white wire. Look on here, white is steady burn. So you apply power to your white wire, and that makes it stay on. So you're hooking this up to where your blue or your orange wire is, depending on left and right. And then when you turn on your turn signal, it will flash this. It'll pretty much just put this in steady burn mode. And how the turn signal flasher works is it goes through the flasher relay, and it just sends out power every couple, seconds or whatever to make it flash. So since you put this in steady burn mode by using the white wire, it will just flash like that. One thing you will have to do, like mine, I have still the old incandescent bulbs up here. So the rear, I have LED. So therefore, the flash relay that's on the bike still is the factory one for incandescent bulbs. So in here, that came with my old set of turn signals. My aftermarket LED ones came with these wire-in resistor pack things. And they just plug in. It's really simple. Black to black, red to red, and then it gives you an extra red and a black. So you just plug in just like you would in the normal wiring harness. And that pretty much just reduces down the power that we don't have that hyper flash. So it's not flashing fast on your gauge cluster on your front and in the rear. But if you do want to do the turn signal like I did. I think I have 18-4 wire, 18 gauge, 4 conductors. I have a ground, or a green, a black, a white, and a red. I'm only using the red and the black. The white and the green aren't hooked to anything. So I can get rid of these if I want. Or I can use them for something different, because I have this running from the back of the bike that's hooked up. The black I'm using as my power. My red is going to my red on the strobe here. So when I hook up the red from the strobe, this wire, to straight power to the battery, it will be strobing as long as my turn signal's not on. When my turn signal's on, it kind of does this weird funky thing. So it's not really set up to do that. Otherwise, if your switch that you hook up, or I guess you're going to have to use the switch, otherwise you want strobes on all the time. As long as that switch is off, like how mine's in the off position right now, there's no strobes on. As long as they're off, my turn signal will function like normal. But if my turn signals are off and I apply power to that red wire through my switch, it makes them strobe. So, I mean, this doesn't really help you visually because there's wires all over the place. But, and my other issue is, I don't know why this brand has such short wires on here. They barely get into the tail of the bike. So I had to make little extenders just going from there to here. So, because you can't put the seat on with this block of connectors back here. It won't fit anywhere. I've tried that. But it's pretty simple. But as far as this gray wire going from the rear of the bike up to the front, just using, the black and the red back here. And then since my black is positive here, I ran it all the way up to my switch. And then you can't really see very well. I have electrical taped right now. But my green and my white aren't doing anything. And I have my black on one side of the switch. And then my red I'm using as a ground. I have that hooked up in the middle, the off position, which is like the center post here. So pretty much how it works. It's very hard to see. My brother is going to probably have the same kind of thing. He's using NeoPixels, so he can make his own sequential tail lights and all that. Instead of steady burns, I'll make a video. It's pretty much going to have to be the same as this. He's just having NeoPixels instead of the strobe lights, which the strobe light brand is this Lamp Fuse. Their Solar Blast. Here's the model. That helps. There's a Nano Flare 4-inch 4-watt LED. They're amber. You can get different colors. Now that's the 3-watt model. I have the 4-watt. So that's how many modes. There's 72 modes it can do. And they did change this. Their old wiring used to be, your positive, your negative. They didn't used to have a steady or a steady burn. This was your flash patterns. This was high-low, and this was to sync like groups of light heads together. But this is their new one. Their new setup. So now your pattern is blue. Your yellow is your sync wire to connect multiple light heads, and your white is now a steady burn. So that's why I got these because I wanted the steady burn function. But yeah, if you guys are wondering what it does when the strobes are on and you want to use your turn signal, I'll just demonstrate it. The strobes are on. Turn on my turn signal. That's kind of what it does. It's not really the best. So, I mean, I don't know why you would try to use your turn signal with strobes on regardless. But these things are insanely bright. There's no doubt about it. And they're weatherproof, everything. I just need to finish my housings here. This one I need to tighten down. This one's pretty secure, but what I am going to do, since my brother is doing NeoPixels on his, I'm going to use that other set and put them up here. So I'll take these off. I'm going to have to make my own mount, and I'm going to mount the same kind of LEDs. I have 2 more. I'm going to put them up here. I don't know yet. I don't like the whole sticking out thing. So what I think I might do is actually turn them vertical up and down, kind of down the side. That way they're a little more tucked in and they don't, stick out as bad. So they look kind of more like that. I'll have to figure out how to actually mount them like that. But that's my plan for these. And all the same function, strobe, and then the only thing they aren't going to do is they aren't going to do how these are lit up right now. So the wiring is going to be a little more difficult, but I'll make a video on this whole setup and we'll figure it out. That'd be a pretty cool little project though. But as far as that goes, I think I'm just about done with this whole Grom build. I just need to do some levers, handlebars, and I think that's about it. I'm going to get some dual sport tires. I've taken this thing through the mud already, and it shows. I need to clean it, but it's pretty much what I want to show you guys. If you have any more questions on wiring, you can just ask me in the comments. I'll try to answer as best as I can, or I'll make a video for it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a safe one out there.